plans for a tour by Armstrong were abandoned, though after the trumpet player spoke out against the administration's failure to challenge Orval Faubus's resistance to school integration in Arkansas in 1957. As reported in the New York Times, Armstrong, who had just returned from a trip to Ghana, rejected the planned tours of the Soviet Union and South America because, quote, the way they are treating my people in the South, the government can go to hell, end quote. Eisenhower, in Armstrong's view, was, quote, two faced and had, quote, no guts, while Faubus was an, quote, uneducated plowboy. At the end of the item, it was recognized, quote, Mr. Armstrong was regarded by the State Department as perhaps the most effective unofficial goodwill ambassador country had. They said Soviet propagandists undoubtedly would seize on Mr. Armstrong's words. The next day, September 20th, 1957, the Times ran a small piece entitled, quote, Armstrong May Tour, close quotation, based solely on the statements of his manager, Pierre Tellary, who reassured concerned parties, quote, Loy isn't mad at anybody. He couldn't stay mad for more than a few seconds anyway, close quote. Despite his manager's proclamation, Armstrong held out until Eisenhower did commit to intervening in the Little Rock crisis, after which he sent a note to the president stating that the United States was, quote, the greatest country, close quote. Adding quote, if you decide to walk into the schools with the colored kids, take me along, Daddy. God bless you.
Oh, do you understand that?
Huh?
Do you understand?
Yeah. Oh God. Armstrong eventually performed as an official Goodwill ambassador in 1960 and 61 under the auspices of State Department. He returned to Ghana and appeared at shows in Nyasaland, Rhodesia, Tanganyika, Kenya, Uganda, Cameroon, Nigeria, and the Republic of the Congo.
To the world of politics, come on.
Mhm. Yeah. During the tour, he avoided making statements that might explicitly embarrass American authorities, or, as the Time puts it, he, quote, showed his diplomacy when he ruled out political questions from newsmen, close quote. Open quote, I don't know anything about it, politics, he replied to a Kenyan reporter. Open quote, I'm just a trumpet player. The reason I don't bother with politics is the words is so big. Oh gosh. And then James Brown get it from though.
Hmm?
Him James Brown get it from.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes, wrong. I don't blame me. I don't get rich
Richard,
out.
yeah. Yeah, Richard is more slicker than them though, neater. But look. Oh god. Hold on, I'll reach. The words. Oh god. This one you read. They don't reach. Yeah. The reason I don't bother with politics is the words is so big by the time by the time they break them down. Oh god. Why what time pieces. By the time they bring them down to my size, the joke is over.
Terrible one. That's it.
Yo.
Hmm.
Ah, okay. All right, all right. In response to another question, do you feel like an American in Africa? Or, oh, oh. In another question, do you feel like an American in Africa or an African in America? He offered, I just feel in place, man. Close quote. Don't, yo, all right. So then when I play the music so nice and they study that so nice now. I want them have time to catch up. I mean, I'm an expert at two things, and I realize
Mm.
they're
That's all I
ex,
say.
yeah, and I'm an expert at the music at the same
Mm.
time.
But
Jeez, please.
I know it all the days, you know. I think you can't pass anything on Jamaica.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Kind of mix my, you know.
yeah.
You have to toe the line.
Toe the line,
Mm.
toe the line. All right. While his answer,
You know, you, like politics do work by the time. We're not so big.
yeah.
By the time they reach him, you don't go.
hmm You know, so I'm going to stadium the next time, them thing I keep. Also sit down and just watch them sports thing. I'm going on next time when I keep. I'm good.
And this is next year Olympic, you know.
I'm not Jamaica. USA?
I'm just saying.
Oh, I can't go that. I go on them other something. But not no boys champs and girls champs. So that one they too busy. But one of them for the trial out here or whatever. Practice
Mm.
and anything there. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm thinking a nice thing for sure. Sit down and eat some peanut and whatever some serious.
And,
Huh? No, not still like that. Jamaica. Peanut and what them still all the while, man. Banana chips.
let's get chips on.
Huh?
There are chips on.
Yeah man. Banana chips and peanut and ginger beer. And just sit down and just what take in the whole games and come back up. Yeah. Think that a real thing, you know. Go on. Mm. Sam! Sam! While his answers were designed to superficially avoid disturbing American propaganda efforts, there was an obvious look at Richard enjoy writing a part.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Richard enjoy writing this part. Though there was an obvious excessive quality to his rejoinders that allowed those who were inclined and capable of doing so to read between the lines. Beneath the gravel voice and that shuffle, under all that mouth, wide as a satchel with more gritting teeth than a piano got keys, as Ozzie Davis would later suggest regarding Louis Armstrong. Quote,
Yeah, I see this somewhat, man.
beneath that gravel voice and that shuffle, under all that mouth, wide as a satchel with more gritting teeth than a piano got keys. Yeah, boy. As Ozzie Davis would later suggest regarding Armstrong, quote, was a horn that could kill a man, close quote. Given the possibility of his sort of play, it is also important to consider the logics of empire, the impossibility of achieving the specific outcomes anticipated by the Eisenhower administration. For instance, the State Department's efforts were complicated by the conflicting concerns of the various audiences they were attempting to satisfy. Significant constituencies within the United States, and particularly Congress, were opposed to government funds being used to sponsor the travels of American blacks. And the mere suggestion that somehow these jazz and bebop musicians might actually represent some aspect of the culture essence of the United States, as Alan J. Ellender, a pro segregationist senator from Louisiana, argued in Congress. Quote, I never heard so much noise in my life. I can assure you that instead of doing good, these stores will do harm, and the people will really believe we are barbarians. Close quote.
Rudy, man.
For them place, stay there.
You never know small noise.
Huh? Yeah, yeah. I never heard. In the face of such concerns, as with gradual introduction of blacks into the military and the propaganda efforts of the Office of War Information during World War II, efforts were made. Keisha, ask me if I'm hungry now. Efforts were made to prevent Southern whites and their sympathizers from being exposed. Exactly those things the State Department wanted blacks in the United States and foreign audience to see. Evidence of interracial intimacy, harmony, cooperation among Americans. We're gone 18 minutes. I said, stop now. Yeah, peanut. Hey, man, what the peanut in the way out? What the cashew in there?
Because of this.
Keisha, where to all the cashew you hide now? Me idiot. Bring it come. It's in a little container. Chum. Yeah. Okay.
But they put up your joke, go on.
Him reached in a pure joke in on page 48. But you know, I'm going to dip and go back around again, but him find a nice click this one. Who is Franz Fernando? One man like,
Franz Fernand,
yeah.
the black intellectual. I think what Franz Fernand was from Trinidad.
Yeah, I remember Miss Michelle Johnson that teach about him. Yeah. He was an activist, but he never bad like you with them on them out there.
Hmm?
He wasn't as pronounced as Yui from my boy tear shirt. Civil. Wow. Them boy I come from. I never know them boy there. My boy bust up him shirt like all can come first.
Oh, the last,
Civil, huh?
the last games that
Yeah,
he came first in the defense.
yeah, what? The boy a tap and the body him not get body you know? Come leg them now stretch it. Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
have a toe problem,
Oh God.
big toe problem,
Yeah.
we design a special toe.
Okay. Ooh. Civil. Oblique. Civil.
Public,
Right? Oblique. Oblique. I mean, like you can't say true. What I mean?
public meal, public meal, you see, thing that's
Like opaque, right?
public, no, public, one side or two columns.
See,
Now we call view.
I name. See the name go to affect him life.
No,
Me say one and two them mash up.
and children, affect good life.
You know
That's
that?
in the curriculum.
Okay, okay. Correct your name. Franz Fanon, who was based in Accra, Ghana at the time of Armstrong's tour as the permanent representative of the provisional government of the Republic of Algeria. Read these jazz tours as precisely the workings of the American imperial machine. He wrote, the specter of the West, European tinges, and everywhere present and active, was everywhere present and active. The French, English, Spanish, Portuguese areas remained living. Sorry. Oxford was opposed to the Sorbonne, Lisbon to Brussels, English bosses to the Portuguese bosses, the pound to the franc, the Catholic to the Protestantism of art Islam. And above all this, the United States plunging everywhere, dollars in the vanguard, with Armstrong as herald and American Negro diplomats, scholarships, the emissaries of the voice of America. Armstrong, for his part, recalls that, quote, they stopped fighting to hear me play, close quote. However, when one contemplates the reality that is 23 minutes. Courage.
You stop what? I think you hear me play.
Mhm.
And say was I emissary of the Americans and
Yeah.
imperialism.
Mm-hmm. So I didn't tell you how much. We didn't tell you.
I'm can't what I just said. Never ever read that.
Tell the that's not the Amazon undiscovered people.
Read them with the long bamboo.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
The book is very stimulating now.
What the first advertisement you remember up on radio, sir?
The first,
Advertisement.
well, I'm very honest with you. Oval team. Oval team.
Okay.
I don't remember oval team.
Yeah.
And then it was RJR.
Yeah.
But it was really cool, John.
Yeah.
And it's red so they come back, so they come back.
Yeah. Remember the more advertisements? Hey, thanks for sticking the
Oval
stage,
team,
man.
they have blind,
My lord.
um,
No man, the advertisement from them time, man, I knew something.
I'm a man that's in
Okay.
there. There's a Turbo Gene.
What is that?
All that you have put with your quarter of the pen one.
Turbo gene.
Turbo Gene. Medicated rubber.
Okay.
And a big say on a big flip over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think there's like I know the price of iron, the price of iron, and the price of gold.
Huh.
You have Time Store.
Times store, what that?
Time Store on King Street. Black and brown.
What is that?
That store that's everything.
Times store.
Time Store.
Wow.
You know, the police credit job,
Yeah.
right? Near to there.
Woolworth, or Woolworth, you know.
All right up King Street.
Okay, okay.
Where yeah, this party,
Tastes,
Bruce's,
Bruce's party, what are they?
um, retirement road,
Retirement road, retirement.
Navatree.
Okay.
Yes,
Who the own Bruce's party?
I think his name Bruce. I
Okay. White family or
don't know.
Chinese
I
family?
didn't know them what they were.
Okay.
Black people working in the party. They were one of the best parties funded by Iton.
So all them like taste is not them off.
Eh?
How come taste is not them off?
TST, they went out,
Uh,
they have golden party, so they were on East Street.
Golden Cross.
Golden party.
Just strictly golden alone?
Yeah, Bruce's. Yeah.
Bruce's party.
Um,
What kind of drinks is advertised?
I mean, the D&G,
D&G is advertised?
D&G and a company name, Liquid Food.
Liquid, like supplement.
Mm.
Huh?
On salad drink.
Yeah.
Same salad, but it's called Liquid Food.
Jamaica, they make milk powder?
Long time milk powder coming to me. Who bring the milk powder here, the man is still alive. Shaggy.
Him dead, man. I think him dead, you know. Last time, man.
That's
I
right.
think him dead. Him passed about 7 months ago.
Eh?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
On thin, shiny man, like.
Skim milk.
Yeah. Last time, milk him that. And last financial service and
I
last
tell you something now. When I make skim milk first, it was really recommended that you don't drink it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the drink came from the drink cousin made in Europe
Mm-hmm.
and dried cow milk.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the bombs them in World War II,
Mm-hmm.
and so that it affect the cows them.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the milk.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, in Japan they explore the first like what you call the bomb
Mm-hmm.
that
Atomic bomb.
atom bomb.
Mm-hmm.
That it affect the cows them.
Mm-hmm.
But after a while them say they could drink it.
Mm-hmm. So Jamaica did have its own milk.
No man, it just come from abroad. But the same China man you know, and my first man bring it in.
No man, I'm not talking at them time, Louis Armstrong time, a long time. When
Yeah,
Ovaltine and them drink that, what kind of milk you put in it?
Ovaltine and Milo.
Huh?
Eh?
When you add milk to those teas, alright, so we are come out of British business and them advertise tea because them say people and pick up on the tea and you have to add milk to the tea if it's so nice. So it's a novelty. But where the milk come from?
The milk?
Yeah. For the Ovaltine, Milo, and the other one.
All people used to know the farmers in Jamaica. You have beer farmers.
Yeah.
They used to put the milk in a bottle, a glass bottle. And you buy a quart or a pint or a half pint. Oh, right beside on North Street, you know where your whole father used to live?
Mm-mm. Yeah, man. Um, what name? Baseline. Fletcher's Land.
Better than.
Yeah.
The old lady was the biggest ice cream place, ice cream and milk place. Most
Uh-huh.
of them, you go to man, they have to line up.
Uh-huh.
You buy either a pint of hot milk, glass of hot milk, or a glass of cold milk,
Yeah.
and a patty,
Then so
or
what for them pattern him?
you like how Boosie used to make. They used to sell more or less bread, patty and milk and bread. You go down and then the people go work, you stop and buy a piece of bread, slice of bread.
Hear me say. What the relationship between milk and our ancestors them? Who you remember and what is story them talk about milk like?
Alright.
Yeah.
Like we had rope of squeeze up. There was a man who lived nearby to my grandfather house. It was a K. Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
A K. Thomas used to have about a few cows. And they make them early in the morning. So just as the lights out now, my grandmother said no to get a quart of milk, a bottle. So you get milk and measure your milk and turn your back and give them. And go up to your parents to the milk.
Turning back and give.
Right?
I mean, give the milk and turning back and give. I mean.
No man, in measure it.
Oh.
And give you. So, well, that would make us so rich, you know.
Yeah.
If you turn it on, it would really cold.
Yeah.
And the top was like butter.
Wow.
Rich.
Yeah.
Oh, so then it's a kid, Thomas. What I'm, what is in the Bible?
So anybody with lactose intolerant at the household?
Mm.
You have to
You
carry.
don't know about it somewhere.
Okay.
I drink milk.
Okay.
When your mom is scarlet, it's just scarlet, the boil is really.
Yeah.
You get your bread,
Yeah.
fried dumpling.
Yeah.
And then use it like porridge.
Yeah. Rest come check you. I'm gone, yeah?
Mm.
No money no please. I'm 5 my gun.
All the two long
Ring back again. You pay me something already?
Yeah.